It's that time of the week again. Welcome to Lion Share.
3 games down, 3 cities ticked off. Here's what's coming up on the show.
Do you ever not score in a game? Have you ever done that?
Lions!
And she burnt the house down.
I burnt the house down.
Yes.
And then he pretended like he wasn't annoyed, but he was very annoyed.
Fast forward this bit.
We should work on that. I'm trying.
8 tries against the Western Force last week. The Lions are truly up, running and roaring. Grr.
First up for the Lions, it's the Force. Picks out his captain, who finds James Lowe on the inside. Lowe so strong in the tackle. Oh, what a start for the captain! Pollock, he's looking all around for support. Another lovely combination that. Back to Lowe, back to William. That was a belter. Lovely hands from Daly. Ringrose is going to celebrate. Here's Henry Pollock. He takes it. Mitchell onto Van der Fleer. McCarthy. The Lions can reflect on a job pretty well done.
Now we know some people wait a lifetime to go on a Lions tour, but imagine booking one, then having to cancel it, then having to wait 20 years before going on your next one. Tell them what happened, Miffy.
I've got to tell you this story. I was going, 24 years ago, booked it all.
Unfortunately, I was on the phone to the local council and I had left the curry on.
And she burnt the house down.
I burnt the house down. And then all of a sudden, the fire illuminated.
I had a phone call. My manager said, Miffy, you got to get home. The garden shed's on fire. So I ambles down the road, gets home from work, and the whole house is on fire. So I'm thinking, she done this on purpose, the cow.
Eventually we're here. Yay!
So as ever on Lion Share, we're getting in and amongst it and we're back in camp and we're thinking, deep thinking this time once again. So over to you, Dan, Elliot and Sione.
I've got a few questions here, lads. Just going to fire away if that's all right.
Go for it.
What has been your highlight from the tour so far?
Put on the jersey for the first time.
Yeah.
With the good few of the lads. I think there was 9 of us.
And as captain as well.
And as captain, which was a shock to you and me both.
Yeah, I would just say getting on the, not to be boring, but getting the tour off to the right start in Australia. And yeah, your first game as skipper, we had a good game. I thought that was a perfect way to start the tour.
As you said, it was nice to get a win. And actually see the amount of fans that have come over has been amazing so far. So I think that's going to grow as the tour goes on. I know we haven't been in Brisbane long, but what have we been up to? A few training sessions, anything else happening?
We went up to the recovery
that was
the
good.
recovery centre. Did you get into the snow room by any chance?
Didn't go in the snow room actually, did you?
No, I went in there, but I didn't understand the concept because it's like rock hard snow in there.
And you just sit on it? Or?
Yeah, it was like slippery and, obviously, there wasn't a soul in there either. So I wanted someone to lead me on what was happening in the snow room.
To be fair, Mac threw a snowball at Jack Cohn and he didn't like it.
He didn't like it at all.
You were there for that, didn't like it, yeah.
And then he pretended like he wasn't annoyed, but he was very
fine with it. But we all know he wasn't. I kind of already answered this question, guys, but what was it like playing in front of our fans in Perth?
Yeah, it was nice sort of landing in Perth, seeing how the week built up, and every day you could see more and more Lions fans knocking around, and come game day there was definitely a good atmosphere in the city.
I think playing in an AFL stadium as well because we still got a couple of those to go in Melbourne, and the MCG is going to be even bigger than that. So how did you find that, the oval setup?
It's like Croke Park in Dublin, the GAA field, which is just massive, and these massive stadiums, it's quite hard to fill and get the atmosphere, but I thought they did a good job of it at the weekend.
I always find it quite hard in those stadiums to realise how big the pitch is. Do you know what I mean?
You can't see the
It looks
sideline
small,
now.
but it's not. It's like a full-size pitch, but it feels a lot
Feels
smaller.
weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah. This is a question only for you, Dan, so please don't answer. What was it like to obviously captain the Lions on your debut and score a try?
Yeah, there was a bit of pressure on it the whole week. It was really enjoyable, but like Jesus, it was a big sort of responsibility. It was nice to sort of get the game off underway with the try early on, sort of settle the nerves and get into the game. But as a kid, like I would have said never in my wildest dreams would I could see myself as a captain of even my club, never mind country or now Lions. But family get a great kick out of it. They are sick that they couldn't get over. My brother tried his best to get over for 24 hours, but got to Dubai and missed his flight, so turned around. So well done him. And
do you ever not score in a game? Have you ever done that? You seem to score a lot of tries.
I've hung on to the back of many malls to get up there.
Who are some of the biggest jokers in camp, guys?
Tomas Williams was a good one.
Yeah, he
We
was.
lost a good soldier.
We lost a
Yeah,
good one.
sickening to see him go because big shoes to fill now for Ben. Definitely, Tomas sort of surprised me, and trying to understand him is one thing, but once he can, he's a funny man.
And he was kind of translator for Jack as well, so Jack's going to have to really maybe bring some subtitles with him or his paper.
Some real insight there from inside the camp. But how does the tour mascot see it? Here's Bill Cam.
What's the worst one I've ever done? If something gets really badly done, they're all safe. What do they do? You don't think? Spray with iron, go for a coffee, will you?
Grabbing him. He's having it. He's having it. It's in there. Give it me.
You're watching Lions Share.
On the original Lions tour in 1888, the Lions played rugby as well as 19 games of Aussie rules. That would be quite fun to play, wouldn't it? Be tiring though.
Oh, okay, right.
Who would be the star player in the current Lions Aussie rules team? Ooh, I've got my answer.
I've got mine, yeah. You got yours?
Yeah, Blair, who's I know he's
Yeah.
only come in today
Yeah.
or yesterday, but
He's a
he's
big
got
horse,
the
isn't he?
he's got the
Yeah.
stature for it for sure.
I would go Blair. I was thinking Blair or Hugo.
Yeah,
For me.
same.
Blair with the height a bit.
Yeah,
Barry's only
nice
short,
height. Yeah.
short little
Yeah,
man.
but Barry has the legs for it. He can
Yeah.
run the distance.
Mm.
I was going to say Tommy, but I think Tommy's too big.
It's too heavy.
He's too heavy.
Yeah, too muscular.
Yeah. He could play maybe up forward in the square and just dominate his space, you know?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Do you reckon you could do job in the middle there? Or?
Crumbing, yeah. There could
the
be a
middle?
slight
The
problem with my
crumb circle.
lungs. There might be an issue there.
On the 1899 tour to Australia, it took the players 5 weeks by boat to arrive. Who would you not want to room with on a 5-week boat trip?
I had a good go with Pierre Schumann in Dublin last week, and that was tough for 4 days.
Intense, was it?
Oh,
A
it's
couple
like
body slams on the bed.
foghorn going
Yeah,
off.
he also he seems to just do weird stuff. He like tackled Tommy Freeman onto the bed when they
I
first met
experienced a bit
him.
of tackling. Cameras weren't even there, but got tackled.
Yeah.
Genji's got a story I can't say, but
Yeah.
involves nudity. Let's say it that way.
Yeah. The exact same thing, but nude.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Snorers is bad. That's point blank.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
is.
like-
Yeah, if you can hear someone snoring, you're dust, aren't you? Really?
Yeah.
They should really get their own rooms.
Yeah.
Do you snore, Dan?
No, I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
I think
You
I'm
are good, yeah.
Yeah, you
One
were
of the
very good.
best sleepers that I've come across.
Wow.
I like sleep.
But it's like an 11-hour operation.
When the alarm goes off, I then wake up. What about you?
I'm probably hit and miss. Like lately,
You were late to bed, early up.
Yeah, that's usually me.
Yeah.
We should work on that.
I'm trying.
Dan lived in Romania for 3 years.
That is a true fact.
Wow. I didn't know that. Which
Yeah.
country in the world would you love to live in? Ooh. I would like to live in the city of Copenhagen. I went there on holiday and it was so clean.
Yeah.
It was just really nice. And they got like outdoor saunas and jumping in the ice, and they've got that kind of vibe going on. I'd go that.
My head's jumping to Italy.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere nice countryside by the
Yeah,
sea.
I love Italy. I'd probably go somewhere in the Caribbean. I feel like their lifestyle is easy and slow.
Some rum punches on the beach, maybe.
Yeah, I just feel like they've got it right out there.
Yeah, they look like they're having a good time over there.
I've never seen them unhappy.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. Guys, I'm a Crystal Palace fan.
You are?
Yeah, I am. I'm from Croydon, so, kind of comes with the territory. What teams do you support, either in football or other sports? If you don't like football, other sports.
I support the 49ers in the NFL.
Okay.
Yeah, no particular reason. They've had a few Tongan guys come through the ranks for them. Yeah, that'd be about it, to be honest.
Mine would be Spurs.
Why Spurs, mate? Just
Dad and brother are both Spurs fans, and probably, they weren't great when we were growing up at the younger ages, but since they've sort of, not this year obviously.
Pretty sure they're still
Couple.
not that good. So the only sporting hero is Muhammad Ali. Would you say that?
I wouldn't say that's factual. But it is now, yeah. I like Muhammad Ali.
But it's written down here. So
yeah, okay, perfect.
It's completely factual.
Love him.
Who are all your sporting heroes?
Tiger Woods was always a good one.
Yeah.
Big into the golf.
Yeah.
I think that 2019 Masters, watching
that was
happen,
unreal, wasn't it? Yeah.
coming up the 18th fairway, that was something special that I'll always remember.
Andrew Flintoff, maybe for me.
Oh yeah.
That 2005 Ashes was. Were you born? You were born, weren't you? Just about.
I was born.
That was the best Ashes series of all time, and he was a major part in it. You? Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, yeah.
This is a classic Lions tour encounter. Out wide with Daly on to Freeman. Freeman's going to score this. And there they are. Well created. And the big man is in. That's clever. Maritoje. Jack Morgan is celebrating. Had the awareness to steal it. And then the pace to go. This has turned into a pretty good week of match action here in Australia for the Lions.
So plane, trains and automobiles are getting fans to every game and all around Australia. But for Billy, he's getting there on foot whilst pushing a wheelchair, all for MND.
I want to do some sort of mad challenge, but didn't quite know what to do just yet. It got to April of that year and I was sat on the settee with my mum and dad and we were watching the Rugby League at the time. We started to talk about Rob Burrow, plays for Leeds in Great Britain. And then we also spoke about Doddy Weir. I just said, what if I walk around Australia pushing a wheelchair for MND? And here we are, we fast forward and we're up to where we're up to. So 117 days in now and we've walked just over 4,600 kilometres in total. We started at the Sydney Opera House. We've gone through Melbourne, Adelaide, to Port Augusta, down to Port Lincoln and then over to Nullarbor. And then we're about 200 k's out from here, but we've driven forward today. I think about 5 days in, I broke my toes. I have weird feet, so I broke about 3 toes. And then, it's just been knee niggles, feet pains, muscle aches, but we're getting by that now and it's getting better and better each day. I'm so excited to be here. I've always wanted to go and watch the Lions, but obviously never had the chance. And then when I got asked by you lot to come down, I couldn't be more happy.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Guys, this tattoo from one of the fans. I mean, I wouldn't get it, but it shows unreal commitment, doesn't it?
It's a big enough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is the commitment. Fair play to them, mate.
And what is...
It's a good rig. Is that a birthmark down the bottom right, or is it?
No, that's the bottom. I think that's Tasmania, possibly.
Okay.
He's included Tasmania, which is
geographically accurate, which is nice to see.
Fair play, mate.
Let's hope we win.
Now, if there's one thing they say about Russell Leo, it's that he doesn't do things by halves. How about this get-up for match day?
Don't forget, sharing is caring, so send us your videos as well as your pictures, and don't forget to leave comments. You might feature on next week's episode.
Thanks for joining us on Lions Share. We will see you next week.